everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 71 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. Just jumping into my world today, freshly loaded up, so hopefully the miner's still running. And what I noticed is we are not supplying enough power to this here chemical washer. That might be a little bit of a problem. Only a little bit of a problem. How much RF can you do? 51,000 RF a tick. And you need 312. Alright, yeah, so yeah, no, you definitely need to be more. So that's not a big deal. I think we can solve that with a little bit of flux plugging. Not a big crisis. Let's see, do I have my ultimate dudes on me? Ultimate, no, not pressurized tubes. Universal cables, yes. We will solve this problem. Lickety split. With a little help from a flux point. Direwolf20's network, yes. Cool. Alright, now the problem is, I knew this was going to happen. We don't actually have enough power inside our ultimate energy cube. We've burned through more power than we've had. This is the first time we've run low on power, so I'm pretty excited about that. Most people don't get excited when they run low on power, but I do, because luckily we have a gigantic thing that will supply far more power. So what I'm going to do is plug in a flux point here, but we're going to add a new network called the generators network. And this is kind of temporary-ish. We'll make it public for y'alls. I'm going to put you on the generators network. See how it's red? Cool, right? And then we're going to configure the energy cube to input from the left. Sweet. And then let's pop over to our nuclear reactor. And so here's my concern. I want to make sure... I need to do some kind of control for this, but we'll figure it out, right? For now, I'm just going to pop you guy down here and make this plug on the generators network so that when I turn on the reactor, he's transmitting 800,000 RF per tick, which is less than we're producing, by the way. We're producing 1.16 million RF a tick, but that should at least get this guy, wow, nice and full really fast. It's bananas. It's bananas numbers is what it is. Now you, sir. You should be fullish. Shouldn't you? Because you're on the Direwolf20 network. Why, you know, get lots of power. What is up with you? Output 0. I agree, but why? I agree, but why? You have some kind of weirdness with... No, you're cool there. Alright, I am not 100% sure why that would be happening. Maybe because you're capped out at 51,000 RF a tick on this side? No, that's not true, is it? Ultimate energy cubes aren't capped at 51,000, are they? I'm not sure what their transfer rate is, but it should be more than 51,000, right? I would think. I mean, granted, we've got, you know, some things going on here. This is capped at 51,000. But I wouldn't think this would be. That's interesting to me. Why would that be the case? Why would you be doing that? Because you're definitely plenty of juice, right? You don't have a limit, right? Yeah, why would you limit at 51,000? I don't quite get that. That's a very specific number, right? Network statistics. Yeah, you have a very specific number going on here. Maybe it is the cap of the ultimate energy cube. What if I got... You ready for this? Another one of these doohickeys. Flux plug. And this is temporary, because we want to make the multi-block this episode if we can. And what if I made the front output, and we made you Direwolf20's network? 34,000. 34,000. Now that does not add up to 52. Fueler? I actually don't understand this. I don't understand what's happening. 3160, negative 469. 3160... Would that be over here-ish? Yeah, this is over here. Huh. One of these flux points. Probably this one feeding into here. Yeah, you're choking on power a little bit. You guys are really eating up a lot of power. I mean, that's fair, but this is probably him. 3160. Yeah, that would be it. What's happening? Ah, what's happening? Radiation. We did a thing, guys. I should install a radiation shield in my mech unit. Yeah, so that's something that happened. What is going on with my power network? I really can't explain why everything is so wonky. It's like we're not doing enough power. So I'm gonna die, and that's fun. But everything's acting really weird. Okay, well, we died in our base at least. So that makes life a little bit better. So let's get radiation protection in our mecha suit, and then we can go investigate what's happening over there. Is that fair? Okay. So let's do that thing. Mecha suit, radiation protection. What I'm gonna do... I don't quite understand what's happening here. But we will figure it out. For a moment, let me turn this stuff off. Okay, so that you guys will stop running, in theory. In a minute, at least. And I have to figure out what happened here. Because I was all kinds of ready to know what was going on, and I have no idea what just occurred. But we totally ran out of water somehow, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. In that gigantic multi-block, how did it run out of water that quickly? Why you aren't distributing enough power to everybody, also not entirely sure. Right? So we'll have to figure that all out in just a minute. First things first, mecha suit radiation upgrades. Right? So we're going to want displays the user's current radiation dose, radiation shielding unit. Provide thick, radiation-proof metal plating to any mecha suit armor piece. Yeah, that's what I want. Stackable 1. So we want 4 of these. Right? And what is this? A block of lead? I can do that. Cool. And then we're going to want some module bases. We've got a bunch of those. Give me a bunch of these and some HDPE sheets. Cool. Okay. So you're in the process of making the HDPE sheets. Let's cancel some of these things. For some reason, crafting sometimes gets stuck, and I don't super know what's up with that. Okay. And almost there. There we go. So now let's go install this in all of our suits. And this should protect us this time. In theory. In theory. Okay. Are you guys done with all the... I'm working on a lot of stuff. I guess so. So our power situation should be better now. So let's go pop out here. We should be safe-ish from the radiation in the air. I mean, ish. Where is all my water? What is going on over here, folks? You guys should not be having too much of a problem. Yeah, what is up with my power situation? Did something break somewhere? Because we have a ton of power here. Yeah, I know, it hurts. I guess it's using energy to protect me from radiation. So let's go get one of those radiation dudes from Mechanism. What's that thing that reads? There it is, Geiger counter. Right, so who over here, it's safe. And these numbers should drop over time. So see how the number's going down? So eventually this will repair itself and we'll be okay. How did you work out? Your damage is kind of high and still going up, to be fair. Because water is not in the tank. Yeah. What is up with my power? I do not have a good explanation for this. I mean, you're draining a lot over here. But you shouldn't be that bad. And I guess you're doing pretty bananas level power usage, but still. Yeah, this thing ran out of power. So what I should do is I should priority you, right? So that he has a higher priority, right? We definitely don't ever want you to run out of water. But also, all the water should have come out of here, right? I guess dumping excess. Did we fill up our power already? Wow, that filled up really fast. Way faster than I would have expected it to. So, I mean, it's got that going for it. But hey, now we're cooling off this guy, which means our damage is going to go down. So that's cool, at least. So hopefully our damage kind of resolves itself. And how's my radiation here? Pretty hot right next to this dude. But we'll, it'll get better-ish. Alright, so I basically just need to leave that area alone for a little bit, and it'll get better. That's the plan. So let's go check in on this guy real quick, because I haven't checked on him in a minute. Just want to make sure he's, you know, behaving. He's sort of stuck. What up, buddy? You shouldn't be stuck. You should be fine. You should be fine. What up with you? Oh, are you out of power? Is that what happened over here? Did that come up because of that? Or what is the deal? Everything is literally just stuck. I think it's power related. Could it be? My power should be groovy now, though, right? Or not. Something is very funky with my power, if I'm being honest. Something is very funky with my power, and I have no idea what it is. I'm going to turn you off for a sec. And then turn you back on, so you can go back to mining. I don't know what's up with my power situation. This is weird. I got to figure out what happened. So last time I was out here, my radiation was 1.459. It is now 1.295. So it's actually going down pretty quickly. Not a big deal. So this should clear up soon. And then I think what I should do is get rid of the ultimate energy cube. That's the only thing I can think of that is my bottleneck here. It might be this. It doesn't make sense that it would be this, but maybe. So what I've decided, because we're still a little bit low on gold, is I'll go elite tier for the current one because we need to get an induction thing going, right? That's just a need at this point. So let's go with the elite tier of things, and we'll see how that works out. Cool? And hopefully that's sufficient to satisfy our current needs, which is solve this problem, which I think this is the bottleneck, and that's why we're running into issues, but maybe I'm crazy, I'm wrong. I don't know, we'll find out. Wouldn't be surprising if I was crazy and wrong. So we'll get this stuff cooking. That's all in progress. As you can see, lots of auto crafting happening. Did I make the actual induction cells and casings and whatnot? I did. Cool. So we've got the induction casings. We've got the induction ports. In a moment here, we will have the cells. So let's go place this somewhere. How about my sub-basement? Does that sound like a nice place for it? So I said I was going to do... a 3x3 internal, right? And what I might want to do is something like this. Did I math wrong? I might have mathed wrong. And this is probably bigger than we will ever need. These are reasonably not too expensive. Hey, cool, my elite's done. Nice. The induction cell is ready. We're still waiting on the provider, which will allow me to transfer 6.5 million RF a tick. And the elite induction cell can store 204 billion RF. So, a lot still, right? I was just making ultimate because, you know, why not? So, yeah, it's still a lot. It's still a good number. of RF that we're going to store compared to the 102 million we have stored here. The 204 billion that we're going to get from the elite here. It'll be fun. It'll be fine. It's cool. So you're almost done with this stuff. You have induction casings being worked on, so you're working on a couple infused alloys is the deal that we're waiting on over here. Yeah, you're a little bit slow, buddy. Come on. I should look if I make those guys gold tiered. Will they insert the things faster? They may. They may. So is my induction? Yes. Provider is done. Casing is ready. Cool. Sweet. And you know what? I forgot. I need to put walls on this thing, so I need even more induction casing. Ish. I just winged it on the number. I could have done the math. I didn't feel like it. But I want to say it's around that number, right? Because it's a 3x3, so that's 9. And I need 3 sets of them, so that's 27. So actually my swag was pretty accurate. That was a pretty accurate swag. Cool. Obviously not counting the ports, which are going to come in here. So you're going to go there. And you're going to go there. And then we're going to put our cell and provider inside. Which, reminder, you don't need to fill the internal. But that's going to give us a lot of opportunity to fill much larger. And then you're formed. Sweet. So our statistics are that we can input or output 6 million RF a tick. The dimensions are 5x5. We only have one cell and provider inside there. Currently empty. Stores 204 billion. That's good times. So now what I want to do is I'd like to take this flux plug off. Take this flux point off. Okay. And how do I want to change this? Right? Do I want to just get rid of this cube altogether? I'm not sure. Maybe? Maybe? Or would it be nice to have him still, you know, providing some semblance of electricity, right? Some semblance of energy. So I'm going to put you in wrench mode. And what I'm going to have is the generators network can start filling this dude up, right? And then Dial 20's network can start getting filled from there. And that's feeling pretty good. Nice. And I'm going to disable limit over here so that we don't run into any problems. And what I'll probably do is get a point on this guy so that he can input on the top and output out the bottom, just to kind of maintain our existing network. Now, he should be filling up, and he's not. Fascinating. Literally nothing happening. What is going on? Don't tell me we have no power down there. I mean, it's possible, but it would be wonky. No, we have 100 and... you know what I need to do? I think I have to wrench this guy or something. There you go. Toggled him to output. Now he's groovy. That's right. I remember now. Yeah, he needs to be toggled to output. Wow, we are burning through energy like nobody's business. To be fair, we are definitely filling this up. So that's cool. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle back and I'm going to clear out all this. Okay, so this is where all my generator power was coming from. So let's get a flux for adding plug. I'm going to add you to the generators network instead. Right? So now you're inputting 72,000 RF a tick, right? So if we go check out down here, that should be this dude or whatever one of these guys is doing that. Him, right? Yes, cool. Okay, so that should be happy. Yeah, wow, you are breaking even, aren't you? 72,000 RF a tick. Where is all my power going? I don't even know where all this power could potentially even think about going. This guy's definitely doing a lot. Negative 270, 65.3. Negative 27, 65.3. That would be you, right? Yeah, I guess you're trying to fill up your buffer. What's eating all your power? Ain't that much down here running, is there? Is it... It's not my AE system using that much power, is it? I mean, I know I've got a few wireless networky dudes going on, but I don't think we're using that much power. Yeah, we're only using like 2,000. So I don't know where all the power is going. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to head back to Nuclear World and check in on my radiation. And you are currently not so bad. Sweet. And you're cooling down, so if I turned you on... Cool. Cool. And the numbers here should still be going down, even though the reactor's on, because he's nice and cool. Okay. I really need to update mechanism so that dump excess means void energy. And then that would probably solve some of our problems. Alright, now you should be building up an internal buffer, which you definitely are. Nice. That is feeling much better. And you are just dumping out energy like nobody's business. You over here. Definitely receiving lots of power. Love to know where it's all going. I mean, it might be you over here, because I have the electrolytic separator running like nobody's business. So that's 40,000 RF a tick. That could be it. Remember we bumped this dude up? Yeah, there it is. Remember we bumped this up at the very end of last episode? I think that's where all my energy's going now. Remember that? I now remember that we did that. Remember? Yeah. Good times. Good times. Sweet. Figured it out. Figured out where all the energy's going. Awesome. See, look, and we should be able to... Let's disable limit on this dude. There you go. There you go. Boom. Goodbye, energy. We almost had another nuclear accident. It's a good thing I checked. Yeah, so don't forget to disable limit on those guys, because by default, their limit is around 800,000. So you want to turn that off, for sure, if you think you're going to be transferring more than that. Cool? All right. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. 2.5 billion RF stored. That's a number. That's a really big number. And yeah, look, wow, we are getting nice and low over here. Nice and low. Radiation's really dropping, actually, which is cool to see. It depends where you stand a little bit. Like, the closer to the reactor, the worse it is. But still, you get the point that it's definitely going down, so that's cool. And over here, it's no big deal now. So, sweet. All right, so we've got that cooking. We've got you behaving. I think this thing was exploding again earlier, by the way. And that's why I was taking damage. Remember I was taking damage? I think it was explosions. I think my mecha suit saved me. I think that's what happened. I think it was exploding like crazy again, and the mecha suit saved me. I bet if we didn't have a mecha suit, I would have died again and had to do the creative mode thingy. So we repeated our accidents from before, but we have lots of energy storage. All right. So mild, minor, tiny, insignificant nuclear accident. Not a big deal. I'm going to wait for that area to cool off a little bit. But the other thing I'm going to do is get the ore back to processing. So let me get my gold ore, my uranium ore, and my lead ore back into this bad boy. And let's see if he's going to want to behave again now with all the powers that he can get. Boop. So if I popped gold into here. Now, where's all my water? Are you struggling to maintain water? Are you even running? No? Doesn't look like it, right? Oh yeah, he is running. Oh, you know what? Water can't go into you fast enough, can it? Wowzers. Wowzers. Water can't go into you fast enough. So he actually does run pretty quickly. My problem is that water just ain't dumping fast enough. So what if I, instead of this, what if we got an ultimate mechanical pipe? And we did this. Would that be fast enough, water? Yeah, you would. Nice. Okay. Now, are you ultimate over here? No. I should consider it, though. We may want to pump water into you faster, buddy. So I'm going to get an extra bucket of water. And let me get 2 pumps. 2 pumps. Come on. There you go. Alrighty. I'm gonna have one facing. Let's just do this. No, I want it facing the other way. I always forget that they face the opposite direction. One of these days I'll remember what facings happen where, but not today. Okay. So then advanced universal cable, just because that's what I've got down here. But these guys aren't expensive to run, even with your upgrades from Mechanism. Oh good, I happen to have 2 sets. Sweet. And then you. All in the name of quintupling ores. You didn't think this would be cheap or easy, did you? Alright, now let's add uranium here. And that is definitely cool. That is definitely keeping up with the water now. Nice. Beautiful. So this guy's kind of my slowdown point, for sure. And he doesn't upgrade, but that's about as good as we're going to get. Alright, and then we'll add the lead as well, because remember, lead was another troublemaker. Sweet. Alright. Feeling good, feeling good. Everything's behaving now. You are nice and filling up. Now remember, we still have the problem that once that big capacitor downstairs in my basement fills up, we will once again back stuff, and that will be bad. So maybe we should tweak this thing, finally, to do the redstone-y control for overheating equals bad. Should we consider that? Now that we've got a decent amount of power built up, I think that's probably smart. I've been meaning to do it, and after 2 nuclear accidents, I feel like it's probably time. That may wind up having to be a next episode thing, though, because we are getting pretty close to the wrapping up point. So not entirely how I planned for today's episode to go, but look, we're down into the 700s. So that means that probably by next episode, I'm just going to leave the world running for a little bit. We will have, you know, cleared out some of that radiation, so that should be fine. Let me just go check in on my miner real quick to make sure that everybody's behaving. Hopefully he is. Are you being good over here, buddy? Yeah, you're being a little bit weird. I need to look at the timings here, because what I'm noticing is he's only moving forward twice all of a sudden, ever since I closed the world and came back in, and I think it's a slightly off timer. What I notice is this thing's pushing forward and retracting a little too soon. So what are you at? Your delay is 1 second. So this is a pulse repeater. So after 1 tick, right, that's fine. So let me make you 2 seconds and see if that makes this better. And what I'll do is just, okay, cool. He's on his way back up. Perfect timing, actually. Perfect timing to test this. Did you hit the bottom? You didn't look like you were that far down, but I guess you did. Sweet. All right. Yeah, he's, it's weird. I watched it off camera here a few minutes ago. It like pushes forward and then pulls the whole platform back. It's like it doesn't finish pushing forward and let go. But it only happens sometimes, and it looks like it happens about half the time. So that's why it only moved forward twice. So in a moment here, you're going to jump up to the end of your loop. Yeah, in about 5 seconds. And we'll see if this bumping this up to 2 seconds fixes it. Because I got to imagine it will, hopefully. And hopefully it doesn't break any other timings. See, that's what happens. Huh. Interesting. What is up with that? Yeah, okay, I need you to be back to 1 second, buddy. And I think I don't want you to dig yet. Alright, let me tweak this a little bit. So yeah, let's see if it's going to do the thing again. And I'll show you guys what's happening if it happens again. So it goes forward. Yeah, what's up with that? It's like it gets stuck. Right? It gets stuck halfway. What's up with that? And then the next pulse it goes. Is that weird? I feel like that's pretty weird. I gotta troubleshoot that a little bit. I'll play with it between episodes here to figure out what's happening. He's just being funky. I wonder if it's like a problem with steam generation or something? It shouldn't be. It started happening ever since we had the power problem, but we're good now, right? So that behaved. Yeah, why are you getting stuck halfway? Is it because we're like too close to something? Oh, you know what it is? I think it's because I think what's happening is yeah, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. The drills have to break the grass. We're hitting like a tall point in the world. So I'm just going to have to clear that out manually a little bit, and then we'll be good. All right, problem discovered, problem about to be solved. So let's destruction gadget this dude, and we should be cool. Okay, that explains it. No, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. I'm just going to make you a more centered destruction gadget for a moment. There we go. That should solve all our problems for the fourth. Okay, that definitely explains what I've been seeing, right? So 29 is where we want to be. 30 is too tall. I mean, it moves forward at 30, but it gets stuck breaking the grass, which not a huge deal, right? Not a huge deal, but something we want to be cognizant of and careful of. Otherwise, it'll just slow down our mining, which, you know, nobody wants that. I want my mining to go as fast as possible. Slow down my mining? No, sir, I don't think so. Okay, so that should be cool. So now if we toggle you off and on again, we should be all fixed. Right? I might have toggled you too fast. There you go. So now he'll move forward 4 and be good. Well, actually, no, I'm going to turn you off, actually, because you're kind of here. Yeah, let me let this thing run. All right, wrapping up the episode. Darryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We will come back next episode. Oh, look, we even missed a lava. It's not that big a deal. And we'll play more with radiation, and I think it's time to build the SPS. Now that we have a lot of power going on, we can start looking at the SPS. And next episode, I will finally implement my heat protection thing. All right, for now, and I know I left my miner in a bad state with redstone broken, but I'll fix that after in a bit. For now, Darryl20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.